In this video, you will get all the information you need to buy the Aethir's Node.js. And also be ahead, right? Tips when buying your new one. Watch till the end so you don't miss anything. Sometimes you'll skip thinking you already know some information and might end up skipping a valuable tip. I also wanted to tell you, that I'll be looking over here from time to time. I won't include editing here to make it a faster video if I'm here. Send it to the editor, it will be more work, okay? So I made a cheat sheet here with the points I'm going to cover here because I want to make this video as comprehensive as possible. So from time to time, I'll be looking over here just so I don't forget anything, okay? And also I want to make it clear right here at the start of the video that we have a discount coupon. If this video helped you and you want to use it, you can simply use it to get a 10% discount. I'll talk a bit more about how it works later. Or also, if you think the channel was cool, the video was informative, and you want to support us, use our coupon. So let's go. Let's start with the doubts. First question is, when will the sale of the Edge node start? It began on the 18th. I see that the dashboard only for those who were on the whitelist, okay? Okay, but the public sale is on the 20th. All right, March 20th at 7 in the morning. I'd like to announce here that I will... All right. I'll be live here on YouTube 6:20 in the morning to be able to take off
Model
the
3
that you may have or help someone who is lost who has never bought a new one. If you want to chat or something, just show up on the live stream at 6:20 in the morning. All right, I'll be there to clear up those doubts and also by live with you guys. What are the benefits of running an Aeth node? When you're running a node, you're helping the Aeth network and you'll be validating transactions, okay? You'll earn rewards on top for operating a node. 15% of the project's total supply. It goes to the node operators as a 4-year reward, okay? So this is a bonus. This happens in several projects. Usually the node operator, he earns the fees paid on the blockchain. And often the project rewards this, especially at the beginning, because at the start of the project, it won't have so much adherence. It needs to have a maturity of people, projects, decentralized applications there to attract more people and just have more operations and generate more fees for the node operators. So to compensate for that, I'll say that we're buying a license to operate. They will give an extra reward during these 4 years, which are these 15% of the project's total supply. For node operators, how much will a node cost? The node has a rising price, okay? Look here, this spreadsheet, was
was it announced on Twitter or
official? And here shows what I said, 15% of the tokens, they will be distributed over 4 years, right? Say the total number of nodes, there are 100,000 nodes in total, okay? And here's the price of, which is 0.12 Ether in Terra. So in tier 1, there are 5,000 licenses. In tier 2, another 5,000. In tier 3, 4,500 raise, and the price keeps increasing progressively. All right, and in the last tier, which is tier 53, it will cost 3.6 Ethers, okay? The number of nodes decreases, so most nodes are cheaper, and the last nodes are the most expensive. Here are some specific rules, okay?
every node release from each project will have
your rule. For example, in Raytopia, the whitelist can buy before everyone else, and he bought the first tier. So when it went public, he was already at a higher tier.
Solved.
Oh, really? You sound different. Half of the nodes are designated for the whitelist, which was that sale that started on the 18th, and the other half was designated for public sale. So in the public sale, you'll have the chance to get the tier at level 1 or at level 2 or at level 3 for a great price. You got it? In Raytopia, for example, I also bought a node along with the NVIDIA.
With my channel's crew, along with my community.
I'll talk a bit more about how this works later on. we bought we got on the whitelist and also bought some in the public sale, but we didn't have the chance to buy at a discount in the public sale. In lower ties, so if you make a purchase at a great value, it's a fantastic opportunity. Another good question is, are there any discounts? At the beginning of the video, I mentioned that you should use our coupon if you believe we've added something valuable in this video, in case you want to support the channel. There's a discount coupon, but it's not a real discount, it's a cashback, okay? So how does it work? This spreadsheet here will be in the video description, so you can check it out.
It's like a mirror. That's how it works.
So here we have the prices.
One of those days.
Trend
Oh my
command.
God.
From 1 to 53. Here, if you use the code Ramon Cunha or click on the link below, which also redirects you to the purchase page, it's automatically applied. Directly the discount coupon. This may save you a few seconds, a few minutes there from searching where to put the discount. By clicking on the link, it automatically enters and you can hurry up and make the purchase, because the faster you buy, but on the cheapest day, you'll get it. So here, the license cost is 12 cents on the dollar. Using the coupon Ramon Cunha, you'll get 10% cashback. So actually, you'll be paying 0.1% to 11 Ethers, okay? Here in the spreadsheet I've already added, I stated the price in dollars because cryptocurrencies have dropped in price. So if you're buying with your dollars and going to purchase Ethereum to make the purchase, you will be paying a very cheap price.
Which was to be able to...
Tier 1, right? It was supposed to start at $500, but there was a snapshot. I can't remember the day the snapshot happened, okay?
Right here.
It was March 14th, there was a snapshot. Ethereum was at $3,970, and because of that, Ether's price went up, meaning you need less Ether to hit $500. After a market correction, the amount of Ether which was $500 before is now $368, okay? So those joining now have the chance to buy cheaper, okay? Important thing, I'm talking about a discount here, but it's 10% cashback. What does that mean? You'll pay the full price, but in 2 weeks, they'll return 10% of the value you paid. So let's say you set aside $2,000 to buy a node, okay? Bought some nodes there. If you spend $2,000, you'll pay the full amount, and then up to 2 weeks later, they'll give you $200 back, okay? So it's a cashback and not actually a discount. But it's a discount because you'll get cashback, so it ends up being a discount. Another question, actually it's not a question, sometimes it's an investor complaint that sometimes thinks it's too expensive for them. Because sometimes running a node, and in this case, no, there are times when a node that's quite cheap, it's not worth it to run one because the reward does not cover the server cost. So if you think of find a node too expensive for you to get into, Bashilik, you can be part of the community here on the channel. We have a closed community where we help each other out, exchange ideas, and also have private sales, launch pads, stuff like that. And I push so we can join some projects together, okay? So look.
The good part is
you
that
can get in with small amounts, so $100, and you could be part of the pool and own a little piece.
This other one
So
here.
you can diversify your capital more, reduce risk, and get into projects you might not consider if you didn't have a lot of money. And the downside is you pay a small monthly fee. It's 20 rays to participate. It's at a promotional price. So it's pretty chill for a crypto investor who really invests in crypto. And the other downside is that I'll charge an admin fee for the projects I manage. Alright, so if you don't want the admin fee, you'll have to go in alone. But if you enter with a group, it makes sense for me to charge an admin fee to be able to manage the project, okay? Let's go. What's the link for you to buy a...
Naked, okay? Here in the description.
If you click, you'll come to this.
For this part here,
I only got here on tier list 13, so way down, okay? That I managed to get in. The project is super hyped. So if you manage to buy at tier 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, you're buying at a really good value.
okay? So,
Well, it's because everything's packed there. The white list was all full. So when you get here, there won't be a sales page. Probably it will be tomorrow. when we're going to redirect you to the right place. So don't worry, just grab the link right here. Save this link so you can enter, or save the video so you can come to the description and click on the link that's here in the description, right, which takes you to the sales page. And remember, and I says
He already applies the coupon directly.
Okay? So since it's not on public sale yet, there's no page for it. All right, once I have this page, the link will be here in the description. It will direct you straight to the purchase page. And stay until the end because I'll give some valuable tips for you to be able to purchase faster than many people, okay? Another question people have is which network it will be sold on. The network is the Arbitrum network, as you can see here above. So you have to take the money to the Arbitrum network, and I'm also going to give some tips because it has to be a specific token for you to be able to buy the node. Cool. Another very common question is whether you need a server or a PC to be able to run each of the nodes. For example, you want to buy 3 nodes, you need 3 different servers to run these 3 nodes. Or do you need 3 different PCs to run? And the answer is no. Actually, you'll be increasing the participation of the node you bought. So you can run up to 100 nodes on the same machine. Cool. So you don't need different servers. And the other question is also, do I need a powerful PC to run node? Because it's a project talking about GPU, using other people's GPU in the cloud to be able to give this to the projects. In fact, they purchase this computing power from the video card to sell to projects, whether they are games or artificial intelligence. And no, so when you buy the node, you're not buying to send your computing power, the power of your video card, you're buying a node for to approve blockchain transaction. Those are 2 different things. So you don't need a PC for that. Noise with video card to be able to run this node usually is much lighter than what you need, so much so that we run them on a virtual machine. So you don't even need to run it on your home PC, okay? I just skipped over the reward rules, okay? I'll come back to this node part to explain a bit more. But how do rewards work? Remember I said that 15% of the total supply of the project will be given to the nodes. 10% is given to all the nodes, okay? And 5% is given to the top newcomers. So it's important you use a VPS that doesn't keep going down, all right? Why do I say this? There are some VPS that cost $6, $8, and usually there's a bunch of people who complain a lot about them, that it keeps falling, that it keeps restarting, okay? So if you have a specific reward for the top nodes, you better get a good server. I already run other servers here, other nodes. I do the Gala Games node, run it on a VPS since 2021, since the end of 2021. I will leave the link to the server I use, the site called Vultr down here. It costs about $20 a month, but it's headache free. If you're going to use it, you can use NOMAD to pay its monthly fee. Because as he is a foreigner, it costs in dollars. If you put your credit card directly, you know the cost of the dollar will come out more expensive. The cost of the dollar the bank charges is outrageous, isn't it? So you opened an account at NOMAD, you send the pics to NOMAD, buy the cheaper dollar at NOMAD, and use NOMAD's dollar to pay the Volt server. I'll leave both links here in the description too, okay? Now back to the nodes. When will you be able to operate to start earning rewards? It's scheduled for the second quarter, which means January, February, March. First quarter comes April, May, June, so it will be out by June. So there's no specific date to be able to leave for you to really grab the keys and start earning rewards. When it comes out, I'll probably share with the crowd, I'll make it public, I'll show, but it's important for you to follow the official Twitter. As for the official Discord, okay? I'll leave the official Twitter of the project here in the description. They always post everything there, so it's worth following. I would also like to remind you that we have a service for this, okay? Because a lot of people ask about maintenance. I have to do maintenance on this. So yes, you have to do maintenance. Why? Marcus, you need to establish a routine to check if the node hasn't crashed. So I'll check in once a day, or maybe I'll check once a week, once every 3 days. You have to take a look to see if everything's okay, if it's falling into the rewards, right? And another thing is that you have check it out. Check for updates. So if you have any doubts, even about installing it for the first time, we here at the channel offer this service, okay? Contact me via Instagram or WhatsApp. If you go to my product page, there's the option to chat with me on WhatsApp and talk to us, okay? Because if you have doubts, I don't know how to set it up. We have a mentoring service to be able to, let me show you and get it started. Oh, Ramon, I want to run several nodes and I don't want this headache. We have a service that we'll monitor for you to see if it's running, if everything's okay, if it's earning rewards, and even do the updates. You have to look for us so we can close this package for you, okay? Another very common question is how much we will earn. What is the payback? The payback will depend on the value you paid for the mold. You agree that if you buy $500, in that case, they're 380, right? Let's say 400. If you buy $400, will your payback be different from someone who bought 800, which will be different from someone who paid $5,000 on a new video? So it will depend on how cheap you bought it. And another thing, we haven't launched the Edge token yet. All right. I'll show you here the platforms they will be launched on. Be careful, there are already scams going on. There are tokens called Aethir out there.
That's not the real token.
So be careful with this scam. Here it mentions EDOA on March 28. It lists platforms like CDFI, DEX, Crackpad, Solano, Impossible Finance, and here are the values that will top out. So from here, the token is likely to appreciate a lot after its launch because these are launch pads. So usually the selling price is very cheap. Or to make 10 times the investment, there are many projects that after leaving the launch pad and going public achieve 10 times, 15 times their value right away. Okay, so this is pretty common. So it's only on these platforms and hasn't been released yet. Be very careful. Now to talk about earnings, let's turn the camera back to me. It's impossible for us to predict how much it will yield. The token hasn't even been launched yet. There are some nodes that I can bring here if you want. For the future of the channel that we can see, how much does it cost? How much token are you getting per day and set up an account? Paste there to figure out the investment's payback, but how are we going to know a payback from a Nuku de Sate, an investment that hasn't even launched a token yet? So it's purely speculative, but what I like to think about getting my money back on nodes from 12 to 18 months, okay? I like to be grounded. Obviously, we might recover sooner. Cool, I hope we recover before 12 months. It depends on your value, right? The price you paid. But I hope that a good investment will get us back on track within a year to a year and a half. Why? In the other, it's much safer than the launch because you'll get monthly area rewards. So every month you'll be reducing your risk, putting money in your pocket and selling stocks, right? So it's not like very risky. It's a calmer thing. You'll get rewards. If it's not at a good value, hold on, be patient. Don't be a weak hand. When it appreciates a bit, you go there and sell to be able to improve your selling price, make it higher, and recover your investment faster, okay? And always remember, 2 things to get your investment back as soon as possible, okay? Another common question, I received the tokens, can I sell them right away? They made a rule similar to Shy Games. So here I am on the Shy website. If I want to withdraw, I have 745 ESXi. So I can exchange this SXi token for XI. Okay? And you can see here, if I withdraw, make this exchange here, to receive in 15 days, I'll only get 25% of the tokens. In other words, if I withdraw 100 tokens, I'll only get 25. If I set your rule for 90 days, well, let's put it here. For 100, I'll receive 25. If I choose 90 days for 100, I'll receive 62.85. If I put 180 days, 6 months from 100, I will receive 100. It will be 1-to-1. So they opted for having this here. Look, as you can see, we have pending withdrawals here, right? These nodes here, these sacks here are from the nodes over there, from people in the channel, you know, from the community, okay? So what was their choice? Initially, it will be 120 days. So if you receive the tokens, want to withdraw one by one, you will need to request a withdrawal, and after 120 days, 4 months, you will receive 1-to-1. E aí xingou o cara de this helps people not to start withdrawing right at the beginning of the project and have a very early dumping of the token. Another thing I want to compare with Shai, after launching the node, they also launched this staking thing, okay? And for you to earn a bit more reward. So below my camera, let me move the camera here. Here are the rewards. 1 times, 1.25 times, 1.5. So the more you stake, the bigger the reward, okay? In the Shy Games project, I'm not saying Aethir will do the same, but it might go that way, okay? To try and hold back some of the token sales, right? Because the high dump isn't cool, and starting to push selling too early in the project, it ends up not gaining momentum. So there might be a system like this in the future, we can't know for sure. Aethir hasn't said anything about this staking part here yet. But to find it is one thing, they might end up copying, okay? But the withdrawal part already works like this here, right? If you want to withdraw one by one, you will have to wait 120 days, you will request, and after 120 days, it will fall into your account. In this case, it goes into your wallet. No, don't think that, oh, this is very bad, then this won't make a difference. Why is that? Because let's say you farmed for an entire month. So let's say it came out in month 6, okay? Then you graduated in the entire month 6. Then you requested the withdrawal at the end of June, so there will be July without receiving. Month 8 without receiving, month 9 without receiving, month 10 without receiving, then you will receive in month 11. So you basically withdrew at the beginning of 7 and received it in 11. What you farmed and withdrew on the 8th, you will receive on the 12th. What you farmed in 9, you get it, you will receive in 1. So starting from month 4, if you make monthly withdrawals, you will receive monthly. So this won't bother you. It's just the beginning. To be able to hold the token inflation, the sale of the token, okay? Well, who are the investors behind the project? So I opened it up on CryptoRank. I'll show you here so you can get an idea of the investors. So we have Nimoka Brands, Hershey Capital, Motsitam. So we have several venture caps here investing in this Aethir project. There are big names here investing in the project. So this project is already born big. And we see here, which has a lot of people following the project here. So when you start tinkering a lot here in CryptoRank, you will see that many projects so huge today started with 200 people following, 100 people watching, 300 people. This one already has 1,740 people watching. Their Twitter, right, that I mentioned, I left here in the description, already has 207,000 followers, so already has a social network. Really big. This video here is not to explain how the project works, okay? I have a live talking about this. I also have a separate video explaining the project, how it works, okay? So if you want to see how project works, take a look here. I'll see if I leave it in the small one. Here's the video for you to better understand how the Aethir project works. Now, if you stayed until the end, congratulations, golden tips are coming here, okay? That's why I said don't skip anything, you might miss something, okay? And I'd also like to know from you, if you have any questions, comment below. I will give special attention to the comments so you have no doubts. And also give feedback what you thought of this video format, what was missing, kiss. Alright, so here the first tip is, node will be sold on Wetherial. Remember I mentioned it would be in a specific token. This specific token is Ethereum. Why am I saying this? When you withdraw money to here, it will come as Ethereum. You pay the fee in ETH. Just that the token sale is in WETH. Don't worry, it's exchanged 1-for-1. There is no pool fee whatsoever for you to swap this totem for another. I'm going to reverse here. It's always 1-to-1. It's because Ethereum is optimized for DeFi operations. So it's normal. Sometimes even without you knowing, you'll make a liquidity pool with it goes there and converts to Matic, makes the liquidity pool. When you withdraw, it goes back to Matic. So it's from the system. It's to facilitate the use of decentralized finance here. What do you need to have? You need to have Ethereum to pay the fees. Leave a significant amount of Ethereum. Leave about $30-40. So to avoid confusion here in the referee, the fees are cheap. See, yeah, I believe the fee won't exceed $1, but I'm telling you to set aside $20-30. Because we'll also have another little trick to help you buy quickly, okay? So to buy G token, you need to have Ethereum. I'll show you here. We're on the whitelist purchase page. It just unlocked for me to buy in tier 13. I bought some tier 13 nodes for the community folks, but I won't buy more or we'll overdo it. With a very high average price, I'll try to buy in the public sale along with everyone else too. So here, maybe this sale won't be in this same format. Okay? This is the whitelist. As you can see, there were 13 whitelists. It might be in a different format, but showing this to you, you'll get a better idea of
how's
how
it going to water?
at the time of purchase. In tier 13,
Guys,
yesterday was not a total sellout of nodes, but there is a friend at tier 7 also involved. He also talks about node, which is Fecoxa, and he was part of tier 7, and he said he sold everything there, that nothing was left. So even tier 7 sold out, maybe tier 8 did too, but here tier 13 didn't sell out, okay? So it's already interesting for you guys to know how to give this information. As mentioned in the description, the coupon has already been applied at checkout, and like I said, it's 10% cashback. You'll receive a cashback after this, we'll pay in full, and then you'll receive it within up to 2 weeks. Look here, he's charging in Ethereum, so you'll put here 1, 2, and he keeps charging in Ethereum. So notice too, the price is 1.026, okay? For the cashback, you'll receive 0.1026, but when you buy, you'll pay in full, you'll get this amount later. You'll use this. This here is also a golden tip. You'll pay for the transaction. Look, when you click approve, it'll be sent here to MetaMask to do, and you'll have right here, this is to approve the quantity of tokens, right? Let me approve this, and I'm going to give you guys a golden tip, huh? I've approved the use of Ethereum here. Now let's click on buy, okay? And when you click on buy, I'm not going to buy anything, okay? The fee will appear here. You see, it's very cheap. What can you do? If you edit here, you'll see that probably you'll be here in the market. I changed here because it was at the site's rate. Here it was cheaper. It would be slower. So the fee, you can pay more fees to make your transaction faster. If your transaction is faster, you're going to buy node before other people and get a cheaper price. So here it is. You have a low fee. The market is aggressive. So you can put on an aggressive face, increase the fee value here to be able to pay, and it will go faster. Or if you want, you can come here advanced and increase the amount here what you want to pay. So here it's very low. Let's put it here. Oh, Sintai, so it's higher than necessary. And here we're adding one as well. The rate is higher than necessary. Let's save it here. It went to $3 in fees. It's not necessarily going to charge you that, but it will try to get you ahead of others since you're paying a lot. It's like being in a queue. You're paying to jump the queue. So you can put, depending on the value you're going to buy, even higher fees to here to there. And it'll be, look, $6. Okay? So this can ensure that you buy ahead of others. In this tip, I'm telling the truth. It's worth its weight in gold, huh? Now, another tip that might be worth gold.
You might need to pay a bit more to ensure your purchase. What do you mean, Ramon?
What happens? I showed you guys there's a tier and it keeps getting pricier. So what's the issue? Sometimes you want to buy more than one. And I don't know, buy about 5, 3, 10, or even buy a null day. And people buying in front of you, so you're going to try to buy the t-shirt one. So when you go to buy, jump to tier 2. What will happen? Your transaction will fail because he will try to pay the tier 1 price, but there will be no node in tier 1. it's going to be in tier 2, which is more expensive. So when he tries to pay there for the transaction, it will say, oops, it got more expensive, your transaction failed. So you waste time and we'll have to redo the whole transaction. So in Parishi, even when you're going to buy one, this can happen. I'll show you here. Maybe that button will show up there at the edge. As you can see in the app here, this button doesn't appear. Why? Because the whitelist, he took the people from the whitelist's wallets and put it, look, your wallet will have so many spots. Now see, guaranteed in this tier. Got it? So everything was designed right for the person to just come in and buy without running. But in the public sale, it's a rush. It's first come, first serve, buys cheaper. And that's what happened in Raytopia. So what did they do? They put a button here. When I bought it, it was 5% and now it's 15%. At least it was written 5%, right? I don't know if it was 15% for real. But here you pay 15% more expensive, but you ensure that even if you exchange the level, you know, the tier, it gets more expensive. If you have the money, you'll buy regardless, right? So if you're going to buy 5, you brought exactly enough money to buy 5. Be careful when spreading is good for you. Try to always bring a bit more money or try to buy a smaller quantity. Want to buy 5. Try to buy 3 in case the price changes. He will have money to buy. You got it? And if there's this little box here, if you want, if it's going too fast, you can, or you're just starting, you can mark here to try to buy as cheaply as possible. Why? If you have the opportunity to buy $400 and it increases by 15%, well, that's it. We don't know what the rate will be. He will increase by $60. You will buy $460. So it will be a badass purchase. Got it? Now imagine you're going to buy 400, can't do it, get an error, then it jumps to 500, then to 600, 700, and you end up missing the chance. So if this little button appears here, I will probably click there so I can manage to buy the nodes without the risk of my transaction failing. Because the tier changed, because nodes price went up, okay? Well, I tried to bring here several tips for you, even showing other cases here for you to have an idea of how it will work. And I really hope it added value for you, regardless of whether you buy the node or not. In the future, when you go to buy the node, this video might help, right? So if it helped you, consider using the coupon Ramon. Use coupon to get the discount and you'll be strengthening the channel here. All the links I mentioned here, the spreadsheet and such, will be in the description, and remember, comment below if you have any questions. There might be some doubts that I didn't include in the video. Sorry, the video is already long, okay? But I hope you liked it and I look forward to seeing you here in the next video. Alright? Thank you very much. Thanks for being here. Hug, I'm out.